We are coming at you this morning with a different topic because my 2 appointments today, one is about wood floors and one is about paint and a backsplash. And I was thinking, I really want to talk to these guys about what's new and what is going to be here for a while. So I had done flooring a while back, but I want to reiterate this because I think it's super important, especially if you're going to choose wood. Those new widths, 7-inch, 9-inch, I'm going to show you a couple of these. I'm hauling them into my car here in a little bit. But this white oak look with different finishes, that one had a gray-brown undertone. This one has just a nice medium tone, really classic. That will last for a while. But they're going to start making the 5-inch look fairly narrow. So some of these larger homes can handle this 7 and 9-inch, and that's going to be that look. That kind of a little bit Scandinavian look. You know, I talked about the lighter ones. I freaking love this one right here. So there's just kind of a medium, that even has a little bit of gold in it, but it creates that light floor that's going to last for a while. This last one, I have a darker one, but still medium. These really dark floors, you're not going to see them as much anymore. They used to say, you know, like to me, even back when this was like coming out, it was like, oh, 5-inch, you know, hand scraped. Oh, everybody's okay. 5-inch hand scraped. I'm like, that looks like, it's not hand scraped. It is like a big shovel, a rippled shovel that goes over these wood boards and creates that, you know, rippled potato chip look. That's not hand scraped, in my opinion. So wood floors to me should look like wood floors. If you're going to put in wood, make it look like wood. Be careful of some of these trendy tones. You're going to put in a lot of wood. You don't want to be ripping it all out. So I tend to do classics like the ones I just showed you. But that is my tip about wood. I'm actually out of breath from those 4 samples. The afternoon appointment I'm going to, she said she had brought some stuff home and wasn't thrilled with it. And sent me a quick picture of her kitchen. And it truly just is going to need just texture. And I am finding like some really nice pieces that just have kind of a nice, not even crackle to them, but they almost look oatmeal-y. My camera's not grabbing it, too bad. This one has a crackle to it. But they're not just straight Subway, which to me is a classic. I have it in my own kitchen. It's going to last for a while. There's all different shapes of that. So those are options too. But depending on if somebody has granite or quartz or even laminate countertops, that's how I pick my backsplashes. So, but we'll be updating her with paint too because she's dark. I guess I did her 10 years ago. And I've got a lot of clients now, they're like, okay, time for the next thing. I'm like, absolutely. 10 years later, you're going to want to update, and paint is the easiest way to do it. The next thing I want to say is, oh my gosh, I've said this for a Friday favorite before. To picking it up. I love House Beautiful. I feel like it's a designer's design magazine, and they just, the stuff they show is just, it's timeless, but it's interesting, and this happened to be a color issue. So it's fun to see. I've been talking about saturated color coming back. Saturated color is here. And you're going to go, well, Pam, we just did white. Like, how come you're... No, don't worry about that. It's saturated color with white, with black, with definition, and there's a look to that. For example, I'm not a super huge fan of orange paint, but what makes this work is look at that old piece with black then in it, and look at the white crisp woodwork, and look at the color on the floor. These are going to work. These saturated colors are going to work. Now, I personally like small pops of color in them, whether it's an island or whether it's, yes, the accent wall is coming back, but in a different way. So I wanted to show you in my color book. You're going to go, get out of here, Pam, that looks like a circus. But these are the colors. This is what I mean by saturated color. It means clear color. And pops of these can be really interesting. That's why, you know, painting these white walls, and one of my clients and friends, Savannah, you sent me some great pictures yesterday. I love to use them as you carry on your project. We picked a white that I just love, and she painted it. It worked great. She sent me pictures yesterday. But she can use pops down the line if she wants, because she's got that. You know, if you've got black and you've got a little wood and you've got a little white, those saturated color pops look great. I even wanted to show you something in this magazine. I said a couple years ago, and you guys were like, no way. And you know you get pushback just because you watch color forecasting stuff. But you know, and you know, people aren't there yet. I get it, but I said colored carpeting. Just wait, colored carpeting is going to come back. And look at this darling kids' room. Look at the blue carpeting, wallpaper, and my next topic. And by the way, look at that blue on the wall. I mean, the color in this issue is really fun. And I'm like, why should I talk about back to school stuff right now? I can do that next week when I am just, my heart is racing about stuff like this. And that's what I want to share with you guys. This picture also has something in it. It's my next topic, our next point. Lighting. Look at the lighting. I have been so psyched about the modern lighting coming in with traditional look and using the bits and pieces together to make it work. Because some of you go, well, Pam, a Sputnik fixture, that's called Sputnik, like, would that look good in my home? There's certain areas you can use it. As a matter of fact, I read an article in here about a guy who likes different lighting and lamps. I'm a lamp fan too. And how he searches consignment shops and gets the old lamp mixed in with some really modern sconces. Pendants. That is so cool. And there's a way you can do it with, you can work, or you can hire somebody like me and go, Pam, how do I put it together? But that is what's new, it's forward, and it's what people are going to be doing more of. I took out this, you know, I have these huge catalogs. I know today's online, but I don't have any huge catalogs. But some of the lighting companies that, you know, are fairly reasonable are really coming out with things now that they've gotten the vibe, you know, so it's not old dowdy fixtures. I think some of this is so interesting with the gold mix, with the dark mix charcoals. There's just all kinds of ways you can update in little spots like that. So to me, it's lighting, it's made of color and paint, and the right textures. Because what you don't want to do is end up with something that is 2009. You guys, we're moving into 2020. And I want to take you with me. But you got to trust that a lot of the stuff that you're working with in your house, you're going to start pulling in little pops. And some things you're going to say goodbye really fast to. Some trends are like that, and then all of a sudden they're out the door. They're gone. They're in the rear view mirror. And I want to see you guys going forward. So, my gosh, I get kind of worked up about that. That's just because I'm heading to these appointments and I've got this stuff in my head. So, have a fantastic Tuesday. Stay current. Get rid of stuff. Look at your lighting. Make sure, is that updated or is it a little outdated? And that is all from me. And Otis was here for a while too. Have a great week.